Hello and welcome back to another episode of the HellFire Club podcast. My name's Arturo.
I'm Majid.
And this is episode 21. It kind of feels like it feels like a while, you know, because we haven't
Recorded in...
Yeah, like we put one out a couple days ago, but actually recorded because we're a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like, I don't know, it's been like a week or so. So this is still...
On our foreign trip?
Yeah, we're on a foreign trip right now, foreign week.
Dude, I want a Slurpee.
You want a Slurpee?
Yeah. Well.
Just thought of that. That straw right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so earlier, my pick was High Tension from France, and then so Majid this week picked Audition, Japanese film, right?
Yeah.
I think it's what year was that, 1999 or something?
Yeah. I think that was... Yeah, 99. I'm thinking 93 because I was just watching, what's it called? Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Uh-huh.
And that was like 93.
Okay. Yeah, one of them says 98, well, the other one says 99. So, whatever.
98, 99?
It's around there, yep. So I just watched this last night.
I watched this...
Did you know this is on YouTube?
Was it?
Yeah, I just realized that last night, too.
No, I didn't.
This whole time I was like, I gotta wait till I get to the Fire Stick, whatever. But
yeah.
It's on YouTube because last night I was kind of like looking up some reviews or whatever.
Yeah.
And I found the whole thing on YouTube, and I clicked on it to make sure, and it looked like the same movie, yeah, with the subtitles and everything. And I was like, what the heck? Like, dude, I could have watched this a while ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, all right, I thought I was going to get straight cucked.
Oh, why?
Because, first of all, like, I seen this movie a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
And I thought they were going to throw a twist ending.
Mm-hmm.
Of, we're obviously getting into it.
Okay, wait. So you're saying back then when you watched it a long time
ago?
Yeah,
I didn't.
Or you're saying this time when you just ran it back?
I didn't realize that there was like a...
Berserk ending? Or what?
Well, there was a Berserk... Like, because, okay, remember how he wakes up and...
Yeah.
And, like...
Oh, wait, so we're just getting right into it? Uh-huh.
Straight into it.
Uh-huh.
Remember how he wakes up and like, what's her name?
Asami?
Asami.
Yeah.
Asani or Asami.
Asami.
Yeah.
Asami.
So, you know how... and then she's like laying there and he's like, oh, snap, like...
Wait, when she's actually laying there though?
When like after he got kind of tortured.
Oh, okay.
And then he like wakes up.
Uh-huh.
And like I was like, oh, did they really just do this where nothing happened?
Yeah. That's how I was thinking too.
I was like,
wait, it was all a dream?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was like, dude, I don't remember ever getting cucked like this.
Uh-huh.
But then like, I mean.
So you're thinking all this when you just watched it again?
Yeah. I was like, dude, I don't remember. Because if this would have been just a dream, I'd have been straight pissed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, I just went through this whole ride and...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. But the thing is, like... I couldn't... See, I don't know if it was a dream or not. Like, I want to say it was it, because then he comes back, but then... Like, I couldn't tell, like, what was the real storyline. You know what I mean? It's kind of... Because they... By the way, they like the third act is like what we're saying. It's like Berserk because there's a lot going on in like at the end.
Yeah, this is why. I mean, it's slow.
It's kind of slow. Yeah,
up to the beginning.
Yeah,
but I think it has to be kind of because you kind of have to like get to know like how because the dad is pretty much lonely, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you need. I mean, he can't be like out there doing stuff, and then you're like, dude. You don't really need a hyena.
Yeah. You want to give a quick...
Oh, yeah.
Quick synopsis.
Synopsis is... the plot is... There's a father that his wife dies.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a son.
Mm-hmm. The son's young, and his mom dies.
Yeah. This is like... The son was like probably like 7?
Yeah, something like that.
I was going to say 3, but no, that's way too young.
Because they fast forward 7 years and he's like a teenager.
Yeah.
Maybe like 9 or something like that.
Yeah. So, where were we?
So he has a son.
Yeah.
The mom leaves behind the husband and the son. Pretty much, she dies.
Yeah, and the father's kind of lonely. He wants kind of a wife, I guess.
Yeah. So they fast forward like 7 years, right?
Yeah.
And then now the son's like, a teenager.
Yeah, and his son is kind of like, dude, find yourself a girl.
Yeah, he's kind of encouraging him, like, hey, it's
get
okay
back
to move
out
on
there.
now. It's been a while.
And so they come up with an idea of
Him and his homie, right?
yeah, of having an audition.
Uh-huh.
And not to get the main chick, not to get the lead girl, because that's like a too good of a like she's she's on a different level.
Uh-huh.
But you have to get the little straggle behind her or whatever. And so they find this one girl. She's kind of weird.
But the thing is, with this audition, they set it up like if there's really a movie, like if they're auditioning for a role, right? For the main
it's
chick,
like
but there's not really even a movie. It's kind of just to find a chick. Yeah. Because he has kind of like a list of qualities and stuff he wants in a chick. So they kind of put that as like as part of the qualifications, I guess.
Yeah, because
he said like he wants them to be trained as far as like doing something like ballet, right? Well, he said piano and stuff, but the chick ends up being like a ballet dancer or something like that. So they kind of have like this little criteria, and then they host this audition to kind of find a chick that he would like or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's not really a movie.
Yeah.
All the girls think
that's why when I was telling you, I was like, dude, this is like Japanese culture, so they do stuff. Right? Because I don't know if that would work
over here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's like I don't. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it totally worked over there though.
Yeah, but and over there, like they were kind of like normal about it.
Yeah, it wasn't
like over here. I think somebody would have to be like, dude, this is straight weird.
Sketch. Yeah. And plus, this is back then too in the 90s, like where there wasn't. I mean, the internet was there, but it wasn't that big yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
it's not like you can. Because now with the internet, you can find out a lot of bullshit and people like doing some shit that's like a hoax or something.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the synopsis, right? So they have this audition and trying to find a chick for this guy because he's like, oh, my son told me I'm getting old, and kind of encouraging him to find another woman, like it's okay to move on or whatever.
What this movie did was, if I ever have a daughter, first of all, never going into straight ballet class.
I know.
That dude was straight.
But wasn't that her uncle?
I don't know.
There was like an abusive stepdad, I think, and then an uncle. But see, that's where I kind of started getting lost at the end. When she's kind of, well, I guess she's explaining it in a way that he's like under or something. Or like, how does he find all this stuff out? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it all starts coming to him once he gets back to the house, right? And then like she, like
straight
poisons his alcohol or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he like knocks out, and then he starts getting all these. So I don't know if he's seeing it, like all these visions of like the backstory, or if they're just showing.
Well, I mean, he visits that
dude. Yeah. That dude in the wheelchair, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to find her, right? Because she. I know how we're just jumping around, but there's a scene where, okay, eventually they like they fall in love or whatever.
The whole beginning part is pretty much, it's like a kind of romantic movie, I guess.
Yeah, it was like a drama, like a romance, kind of slow. And then so they do the whole audition whenever he finds this chick,
and he like really likes her.
Yeah, and she and then she likes him.
Yeah, I mean the dude in the audition was like, dude, something's up with this chick.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next. Like, his friend, like, because it was him and his friend set this all up.
Yeah.
And his friend was telling him, like, nah, there's something up.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's... And, like, he kind of did, like, some research on her and find out, like, oh...
Some of her shit on her resume is all bullshit, right? Like, as far as her old, like, her agency or something.
Agency was total lie.
Where she works, like...
The boss was...
Yeah, missing. Eventually, they find out that the place that she works is closed anyway. It's been closed now for like a year or whatever, right? when that dude goes.
Well, that was another place she was working on, like
that bar thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever? Okay.
The stonefish or something like that.
Yeah. So they pretty much find out that his friend starts kind of investigating on his own a little bit and just finds out that it's kind of bullshit. She kind of has no contacts, like no real. She's kind of like off the grid, I guess.
Yeah, like there's no way you can, I guess, track her down pretty much.
Mm-hmm. But she does have a phone, right?
Yeah.
So.
And in the beginning, you do see like the glimpse of her like waiting for the phone call,
with
and
the
like
fucking
the
body bag in the bag.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, I think that's when you first.
You're like, dude, what?
That's when the movie, like, you first get a shot or a hint of that it's
something's.
It's gonna turn or something.
Yeah, something's definitely not like right.
Yeah. So, and had I watched this completely blind, I think I wouldn't know who's who. But I kind of knew that chick was because of the poster, the artwork. She kind of has that like a syringe needle and stuff.
Yeah.
But you kind of figure that it's gonna be about that chick because she's like, lying and she's kind of suspicious and stuff. So they on one of the dates though, she does tell him like, kind of coming clean a little bit, enough to gain his trust. Like when she says, "Oh, I was advised to give you those answers, but the truth is, I never met that guy." As far as her agent or whatever.
Yeah.
So then he's kind of, because he goes in there, like knowing this already from his friend that it was all bullshit. So he kind of brings it up, and then that's when she kind of comes clean. Like before he even gets too deep into the details, when they're like at a dinner, like having dinner, and then so he kind of just brings it up, and then she tells him that, and I think that's why he's like, oh, okay, like he's like kind of relieved, like, oh, you're not crazy, I guess, or you're not a liar or whatever.
Yeah, because also he was telling his friend like, dude, I'm too old, I'm not gonna get tricked. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I've been around. I know what's going on.
I think the exact quote was like, I wasn't born yesterday or something. Yeah.
But it's like, dude, like the fact that you like this chick so hard, you're blinded to straight, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, there wasn't really evidence, right?
At that point, no.
There was just
a lot of a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
And then just to give more of a background, so this dude's like much older. What would you say, like late 40s maybe? And then this chick's 24. So that's why he's saying like, I'm not gonna be like, fooled or whatever.
Yeah.
So this dude's much older, and so but they start falling. He starts falling for her, right? And then
he goes like to that little vacation to propose to her. Mm-hmm. And then that's when she was like, you have to love me, only me.
Yeah, he did say he was gonna propose. It's funny because he said that he was gonna go over there and propose to her there, and then when she brings it up, I was kind of like, is she making him propose? But he did go for that, right?
Yeah.
He told, who did he tell his son?
His son, yeah.
And then once they're there, she kind of
gets naked and see what I wanted. So what I was saying with how I wanted to know what your girl would have thought, which is, and I didn't want to straight spoil, but when she's straight torturing him and saying like, dude, you love your son, and you're only supposed to love me. Like, dude, that's some straight weird.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen though, because she was saying that, and I remember you told me a little bit of that there's a little bit of like that, a little bit of that similarity in High Tension, where because you're like, okay, I'll tell you one thing, it's kind of like that love, I guess, element of it. Yeah. But like not that, just that like psychotic type of love, Yeah. Where, and the other one, that chick was telling Alex like, oh, see, now we could be together. Like nobody's gonna come between us, and she was kind of psycho. And then this one is like, you can only love me, like you can't even love your kids. But I feel like I've seen something else that kind of had something like that in it too. But I can't think of it.
It also reminds me of Dear Zachary, kind of.
Oh, like the crazy ass baby mama.
Yeah, and like how she was. I mean, she was the older one, right?
Yeah.
And like she was super jealous of like
spoiler
everything.
alerts for Dear Zachary.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, this was like the first 5 minutes when they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude's dead."
Yeah.
You know, and she was like super jealous of like him doing anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's some crazy ass people like that too.
Yeah, but I mean, the only way to get like that whole idea is you'd have to watch like the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured you're kind of like that's straight commitment for, you know.
Yeah, she's not gonna watch it. So she fell asleep. I was just watching it by myself.
Yeah,
And then she don't like really foreign movies anyways, like with subtitles and stuff. I don't think so.
But that chick was straight.
Chick was crazy. But yes, so when they're in that on that getaway or vacation thing, whatever. As soon as she starts saying that, then I was like, okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking about, because it's gonna be about that. Like when she says, "You can only love me," I figured she was gonna be like crazy obsessive, and I figured something was gonna happen with the son too. So yeah, she's just crazy, I guess. Like he ends up falling asleep after they.
Oh well, she shows them like her burns.
Yeah, she has like scars on her thighs, and she says,
I think she said that she did it, right?
She just said I got burned, I think. I don't think yes, yeah, but she didn't say exactly like what happened, the whole story. But she just told him like, I want you to know all of me or see all of me or whatever.
Yeah.
Like gets to know all of me or something like that. And that's when she shows him the scars.
Yeah, dude, that's a straight red flag. If like the first time you're about to straight have sex, she's like, "Oh, I want you to like see all of me first."
Yeah.
That's when you're like, "All right, dude, this chick might be a little nuts."
A little nutty, huh?
Yeah.
She was definitely nutty. The red flags were there. Then I guess they hook up or whatever, make love, and
then she straight takes off.
Yeah. So he wakes up in the bed by himself because they call, right? I guess.
Oh yeah, and they told him like, "Oh yeah,
are you still staying here? Because you're,
your chick she took off."
Yeah, she just left. She's like, "What, for real?" I mean, doesn't see her pretty much after that. Like now it turns into the hunt, like trying to track her down or where'd she go, what happened to her, because she kind of just bounces out.
What's weird is like, why did she come back?
I know, right? Because she came back like she was gone for a while he's trying to
like track her down,
and he's finding out stuff about her, but he's not getting like in contact with her. Like he went to that school and he went to her like workplace or whatever, and he's just finding out that she's not who he thought she was or whatever.
But like,
and then she does come back.
See, like that's the problem I have is like, why? Like it wasn't like a piece of evidence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
and if you're gonna,
or he didn't do really anything. He was just trying to find her.
Yeah, and if you were, and I guess her motive, this was her motive, is that he's just like any other guys who does these auditions and just like, just want to hook up with the chick who's like the reject who didn't get the role or whatever. Remember she says that to him?
Yeah.
And I was like, was that her motive? Or was it something about love? Like, I wasn't too sure about that. And I'm like, if that was her motive and she felt like he was just a sleazeball like that, just hosting the audition just to, like, have sex with her, why didn't she just mark him at the hotel or something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, because she was the one that left. It wasn't like he got up and left.
Yeah, and it's not like he had sex with her and he just wanted her bone out. Like, this dude proposed, and so. But is that what what you got from it as far as her motive, like, was because she thought like he was just like all these other
Well,
dudes?
I couldn't really get like a
motive.
Yeah, like I wasn't. I mean, I know she was crazy, and like I figured her motive was that he had a kid. Like he loved other people besides her, right? He had a kid. He had that dog.
Cause which she fucking murdered the dog too. Like, damn, what's his name? Gang.
Yeah.
Well, in the subtitles at least. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because she went back to his house and saw pictures. You know, like I think she found a picture of his ex-wife and his kid, and I don't know.
Yeah, but I figured that was on the same time where she poisoned him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She went, but she was already going with those intentions to like.
Yeah, that's what I figured. She was going already to
pretty much mark him. Yeah.
I think she's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's what you could chalk it up to. She just has those.
Because she was feeding that dude her puke.
Oh, that's right. Was that a dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the record guy.
Okay. The dude with the missing fingers and stuff, right?
Yeah. Or
she cut off his tongue and shit, right?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't really talk.
Yeah, I think that was the record guy, because they said, oh yeah, remember the guy?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, I looked up and he's been missing for like a year.
Yeah. They said he was missing. So she had him captive, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight in that bag.
Yeah. Straight. He's like in a
one finger.
Yeah, he's like in a sack where like, but you can. You pretty much tie like the top. I was gonna just jump into the wiring and shit like that. But okay, so she goes to his crib. She poisons his liquor. He passes out. Now what happens? Like, is that? Because that's when I start kind of getting confused. Because it seemed like a bunch of like flashbacks and dream sequences, but I'm not sure. But dude was there. What's his name? Mr. Ayoma or whatever. Aoyama. So I don't know. Like, we're gonna have trouble pronouncing.
Yeah.
I'll just call him Ayoma or whatever. The main dude. He was there kind of in these flashbacks.
Yeah, I figured it was just him.
Remember, because he was there when she fed him
the puke,
right? Because he's kind of hiding out or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like he sees her again as a little girl, and then he starts seeing like her backstory as her as a little girl in the ballet studio and this and that. So
some of them I figured he was just piecing together, but the whole feeding the puke, I don't know where he would have got that from. Because I don't think he went to her place because he didn't know where she lived.
Yeah, he never had been there.
But he'd been to the ballet.
Yeah, he had been there
studio.
Before that.
He saw the him burning the little whatever they are.
They're like
chopsticks or something, but metal, I guess.
Yeah, they kind of look like
or like incense.
Yeah. But they're kind of like steel, I would say, right?
Yeah.
They're kind of like what are those things? Like a brand? Picture, I guess, kind of like a brand, but two like long ass sticks, like a.
Yeah, like chopsticks.
Yeah. So then, he didn't know about that, but I just don't. He didn't.
Yeah,
know
that's
about
why I figured he pieced those together. He's like, oh, dude, like.
Maybe he saw that and he's like, maybe that's where she got that scar from.
Yeah, and like, he's burning them and. So like, I think he pieced those together, but the person in there, I don't know how he would have figured that out.
Yeah. So.
But that dude was straight.
But then he started seeing shit, right? Because remember he saw the tongue on the floor when he was over there at the bar or whatever.
Yeah. So
he's kind of starting to. I don't know, almost get like these visions or something.
When he saw the tongue, I just figured him like just picturing the crime scene of like how it probably looked.
Yeah. It could be.
Because
but he got freaked out. Like,
yeah, because he's also like, I mean, he's a legitimate He's not a.
What
Is
does
he
he
a
do?
director
I don't
or
know.
like a producer?
I was gonna ask you, like, I forgot what he does.
But he does movies. Because obviously that's how they got the
idea for the
audition, and like that's how they can actually legitimately kind of have that front.
Yeah, maybe he's like a casting director or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, for like that, I figured he was just like envisioning how the crime scene looked, and it was like, oh, that's, and there's 3 extra fingers.
So he's under, and all this shit's happening. And then, does he see the shit with the wire? Or no, is that just for the audience? As far as when she did that fool's head. No, that wasn't him, right? He didn't see, I don't think he saw that.
No, he was, I think he was there.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he was too. When she, like, did the wire around dude's neck?
Yeah.
And, like, beheaded him?
Yeah.
Much? Which is weird because he's not dead, though. Like, he was just over there, you know what I mean? Or was that supposed to happen after? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if that dude actually died or anything.
Yeah, because I feel like that was real time when he went and visited him.
Yeah.
But I feel like when she did that with the, like,
that was like a dream sequence.
Yeah. Because the thing about this, it kind of had a lot of like those dream sequences, I guess. And then he would kind of wake up, and then he would still kind of be in a dream, like, you know what I mean? Like in another layer, I guess.
Yeah, like kind of like what's it called?
Inception.
Yeah.
Except that.
But this one, you have no idea where you are.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's very disoriented.
Yeah. So he would kind of.
And then like he saw his wife, and he was like, oh
yeah, and then his wife,
and then he tried to like introduce his wife.
He had this also this vision or dream or whatever where they're at dinner. Because then he started kind of going back to real scenes, like, you know what I mean, from earlier.
Yeah.
And it was just a little bit different from what was really being said earlier. Like, I don't know if that was the truth, or if it was just a dream where he's just, because he went back to the place where he had the dinner.
Yeah, that's where his wife.
Yeah.
He ended up seeing his wife there.
And his kid, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, she's no good.
Yeah,
or
she's not
should
good
I warn him, I guess.
Yeah, but I think this was when he was already.
Yeah, he's too late now.
Straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. But somewhere along this line, he wakes up and he sees her in his house, but he's on the floor.
Yeah, paralyzed.
Paralyzed pretty much. That's when she walks over and tells him, like, you can't move, but you can feel everything.
Yeah, like you're paralyzed, but your nerves are still
intact. So you're gonna feel this torture right here, pretty much. And that's where she kind of just gets it popping, like the little torture, I guess, begins, right?
Yeah.
I think that's also where she tells him I know, like, you're hosting these auditions and you just want.
Yeah, and that's when she was like, just being like crazy, pretty much.
Now she's 100% Looney Tunes or whatever. Yeah,
there was no like trying to hide it. Or not hiding it really, but there's no front.
Yeah, now it's like this is everything's revealed. Or
yeah,
whatever.
Now she's her true self, I guess.
Yeah. And then so she starts with the. She puts like these needles, right?
Yeah, like what are like acupuncture?
Yeah.
But they seem a little bigger.
Yeah, they look pretty long, and she looks like she's.
Yeah, and then she goes, what she was in, like kitty.
Oh yeah, she was making that weird noise, right?
Like, but I think it's.
But then the subtitle says deeper.
Yeah.
So maybe she's.
I don't know if it's the actual word, right? Because I don't speak Japanese. Yeah, I mean, so I'm guessing. She was like deeper.
Yeah.
And she was getting kind of like pleasure out of it.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Yeah. And mind you, she's kind of like suited up almost, right? Like.
Yeah, she has like that apron.
Yeah. She has like these gloves, no? I think. I'm not sure, but she kind of has like her little outfit on.
Yeah, this is Takashi Miike, right?
The movie?
Yeah.
Like the
director?
Let me check. I'm just
pretty sure. Same dude did like Ichi the Killer?
Yeah. Yeah, that's him.
This dude has like he has a theme with like sadist and like masochist stuff.
Yeah, because at this point too, it started getting kind of gory, like kind of, you know what I mean? Like all these torture scenes and these flashback scenes and shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he has a thing about people enjoying like that whole sadist and masochist.
Yeah.
Like, because even the ballet teacher, when she was like with the wire on his
neck,
and then he was like kind of like enjoying it.
Yeah, he said as soon as he let her pretty much do it. Like she put it around his neck, and then he said, "You're wonderful."
Yeah.
And then like she just like he wasn't screaming or nothing.
No, he was like he that's his. He was enjoying it.
Yeah.
And same with like Ichi the Killer. There was
that one I don't remember that much.
Oh well, there's a lot of like dudes enjoying torture.
Okay. I remember this dude from The Grudge or whatever. The actor, the main dude. I was like, I knew I'd seen him before. He was in The Grudge. But yeah, so there was that theme about it. Cause it wasn't too. Cause when she was going over like the abuse, I don't know, it wasn't too sexual. Like I thought it was gonna be like, you know, like
totally over the top,
straight, like totally sexual abuse. It was like weird. Like it was just kind of like physical, I guess, like abuse.
Yeah, I mean, like only thing real. I mean, there's like layers of like sexuality, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Where how she was like had to spread her legs.
Yeah, stuff like that is what I'm saying. But it
and
wasn't
then
like
he was straight jerking off.
Yeah, at one point. Yeah.
When he was like dance.
Yeah, and he was kind of touching himself and stuff. But I thought it was gonna be like just straight like us, you know, they were gonna dive right into like her being molested or something.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But it wasn't too much about that.
It wasn't like molestation. It was more like
or rape or anything.
It was like getting off on just torturing somebody.
Yeah, it was more of that.
Because he's like forcing her to dance.
Mm-hmm.
He was
getting
burning her.
That. Yeah.
And there was like no straight pedo penetration stuff.
But there was that layer of like sexualization, but it just when it was kind of going into the background, she was a little girl. I was like, oh, okay, I already know what's gonna happen, like this total pedophile and all that stuff. But it didn't really go down like that. I guess it was more like like that. I don't know, but it's
just people just getting off on abuse.
Yeah, and then she was saying that she had like how I said earlier. That there was like a stepdad, and then there was an uncle that she wanted to go live with, and then that's why I thought it was that dude.
I'm honest, pretty much whenever she was talking, you couldn't believe anything she said. Yeah, that's how I figured. Like everything she says pretty much has been a lie.
Yeah, she's full of shit.
So like when she was like, "Oh, I moved in with my uncle or something,
and his wife or something."
I was like, "Dude, no, you didn't."
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So then she really did that to his legs, you think? Remember how they showed? I thought that she's the one who did that to the instructor's feet.
Oh, like nailed them down to that board or whatever?
I think, or because I don't know if there's somewhere in there.
Because the guy in the sack had his feet chopped off.
Yeah, and pretty much that's what she was doing to the homie, Mr. Ioma.
To the father.
Yeah. Ioma or whatever. We'll just. That's what she was kind of trying to do. She has a thing about that.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking with the feet.
Because so then he can't. She said it.
Yeah, like, she said it. She said so.
So he can't walk, like leave her or something.
Something along those lines. Can't run away. I don't know. Something along that, right? This one, if you watch it again, you'll probably get more answers. But I think the ending is still gonna be fucking confusing, kind of.
Yeah, the ending was just pure just torture.
Yeah. And it's also like what's real, what's not.
Yeah, and I mean,
because like
you're kind of getting the story through the eyes of a guy going through like straight torture. So I don't think you would.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think you would get like the truth out of him,
Mm-hmm.
really, and you wouldn't get the truth out of the chick because she's just straight nuts.
Yeah. And then, like you said, there was that point where I was like, she woke up and he was next to her in bed, like that whole scene. You know how we saw that she left or whatever. It kind of goes back to that, but she never left. They're still in the same bed.
And like he's like,
and then I'm like, I was thinking the same exact thing. I'm like, dude, was this all a dream? Because I remember you just talking shit about movies like that or something like that. I was like, this shit better not have all just been a dream, right? And everything was all good.
Yeah, like if it was all a dream, I would have hated this movie so bad.
Yeah. So what I was thinking was like, okay, let's say it was all a dream, but somehow he was able to dig through her whole past and then find out her backstory. So I was like, I guess it's like, I get, to me, if that was it, like if that was the real movie, I was thinking, okay, it was just a dream, but at the same time that stuff really did happen. He just found out her whole past through a dream. I was thinking, okay, I could kind of roll with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of reaching, right?
Yeah, it's kind of reaching. As opposed to just a complete dream and none of it ever happened. This is more like it was a dream, but it did happen, whatever. But from there, he like wakes up again, right? And then he goes back to being tortured, I guess. And is that when the sun walks in? Oh, wait. Doesn't the sun walk in twice, though? There's two different sequences. There's the sun.
I just remember him. I think I'm trying to remember how he woke up from the dream.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, his son walked in, and I think that's when he woke up and he was like...
He opened the door.
He's like, oh, snap, I need to save my son.
Yeah.
Because this chick is nuts.
Yeah, and she already said something about his son.
Yeah, like, oh, maybe I should pay him a visit or something like that.
And he's like, don't.
And he already saw his dog dead.
Yeah, his dog. Fucking.
Straight little dog.
It looked like innocent. He got his head like snapped. Like it looked like it was the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like Exorcist style and shit. Yeah. He was laying on the floor and his head was like facing. It was facing the opposite way.
Yeah, I mean you only get a glimpse.
Yeah, but you're kind of like, damn, I got it bad. What did the dog do? Yeah. But I guess like
it's such a little nice little dog.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like a little family dog. Yeah, it
wasn't like a straight German Shepherd or something. We're like, all right.
Like she had to defend herself.
You kind of have to.
No, this was like a harmless dog. It looked harmless, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I want to say there was two sequences with the sun though. I just can't remember. Or maybe they showed it and then they kind of went somewhere else and then they came back and picked up where they left off. I'm not sure. Fuck. I don't remember. But so the sun walks in and that chick kind of comes from the back, right?
Yeah.
But she's attacking with that thing, right?
Like the spray.
So it's like a spray, like it kind of like a pepper spray type thing.
I figured it was just the stuff that he put in
the drink.
The drink that like kind of paralyzes you.
Okay.
And like you breathe it in and you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what did she's not gonna overpower that dude.
The kid?
Yeah.
Or the teenager, whatever it's like.
I mean, even though she's older, she's like 90 pounds.
Yeah, she's real small.
Real skinny, real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it had to be something. Maybe it was something like that. I couldn't tell really, but it was some shit that he was trying to get away from. Yeah. Like,
but I mean, I like how the kid was like, he didn't know really what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, she did like a spray.
Yeah.
Like, dude, get away from me. And she was doing like one
a pump,
like every like couple seconds.
And coming at him, pretty much.
And like he runs up the stairs.
Yeah.
And then that's when she gets that straight kick.
Yeah, he runs up the stairs, right? And then this is what I was thinking too. He hits like the top stair and he kind of falls.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh no, man, you just fell. She's gonna fucking murk you right here, like. And then she gets to the top where he's at, and she's kind of fighting with him a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's like
trying to spray
him. Yeah.
And this was straight like
straight does this
This-
little sidekick.
Was it a sidekick? Yeah.
Because he was down and he kind of gave her a little.
Yeah. And it was perfect because she fucking flew. And I think that's like, as the audience, you're kind of like, hell yeah. Fucking, because at that point, like, you can't stand this chick, right? But it was dope the way they shot it because she fucking went flying from like the top. She didn't really roll down the stairs.
No,
she like
just like landed straight.
Yeah.
Straight to flat bottom.
Yeah. And then right there, she kind of knocked out or whatever.
Yeah, like she kind of like she broke her neck or whatever.
Yeah, she looked like she got paralyzed.
Yeah.
You know.
She had like a little.
Yeah, it's like a bone or something.
Like a bulge coming out of her neck.
Yeah. Once she hits the floor, she's not moving. But yeah, like you see this thing in her neck, and her head is. She happens to land in the position where her head is like she's laying down, and her head is on her side, and it's facing directly to the dad, who's also paralyzed in the other room. But they could see each other, maybe like, I don't know, 15 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
20 feet. And they end up like that. And that's where son comes in, saves, kind of like goes back, right? And then he's like talking to his dad.
He calls
the police.
It's like, dude, I have no idea who this chick is.
Yeah.
My dad's here straight bleeding.
Yeah. What a and with his foot like cut off and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what a crazy sight to come home to, you know? It's fucking.
Yeah, dude. Like, imagine like.
Yeah, like when your parents or like anybody, a family member, you come home and it's like all this shit. And you got this crazy bitch.
Those he had these things in underneath his eyes.
Weren't they in his eyeballs?
No, they're like right underneath. Because she
okay.
said, "Oh yeah, it's really painful right underneath the eye."
Oh, okay. Those like the same acupuncture needles or whatever were pretty much underneath his eye. That shit was crazy. I'm like, dude, and this guy was a good guy, you know?
Yeah, he was just trying to find love.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he did it in a kind of sleazy way.
It was kind of a, I don't know what to say, like, I don't know, it's kind of fraud or whatever, but his intentions weren't bad though.
Yeah, he wasn't just trying to straight
take advantage of some chick.
Yeah,
that's what she thought, I guess.
Yeah, he was actually trying to find like an actual wife.
Yeah. And he was really into her, like giving her the benefit of the doubt all the time and all this stuff. So that's why, to me, I was like, that motivation kind of didn't do so much, but I don't know. This chick is crazy, I guess. So, but that's crazy though that we both like had these foreign movies, and little did we know they were kind of almost similar. You know, we got like these mentally ill people, and they're like kind of driven by like love, but
very twisted,
like a twisted, overly obsessive love, and they both have like these mental issues, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that was cool that we chose these two because they kind of go along with the same ride or whatever. So how does it? What's the ending?
I think you just hear the son talking to the police. Oh, and you see Asami like talking.
Yeah, she starts talking to him.
But I figured that was just
him hallucinating.
Yeah,
something?
Because she was saying what she was saying in one of the dinner scenes
earlier, right?
Yeah.
Where she was saying,
she was talking about like her I think life or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of like verbatim of what she was saying when they had one of their little dinners.
So was he hallucinating again? Maybe.
That's what I figured. Like this dude's in so much.
Mm-hmm. I thought she was still able to talk, and I thought she was talking to him. Like, I'm gonna try to, since it's on YouTube, try to hit that last scene.
Well, I figured it was hallucination because like they made a point to show her like neck, like that bulge.
Yeah, while she's still down there talking to him. And she was saying like, you supported me and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that's what she was, you know.
Yeah, she was saying, that could be a hallucination because she's talking all that love or whatever.
Because that was like verbatim of like what she was saying before.
They had showed the dinner scene right now. Someday you'll feel that life is wonderful.
You know, and like this dude he has his foot cut off.
He's over there just.
You know,
I was trying to find the last shot though, which is this right here, right? So I guess the last shot of the movie is her
putting on her as like a little girl, putting on ballerina.
Yeah. That's why I was on YouTube, because I was trying to find like a explain.
Of like what?
Audition explain, kind of, because I kind of wanted some answers. But I guess it's one of those that's kind of up to your interpretation of it. You would have to chalk it up to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, some movies you, like I did that, like I think with The Shining, the ending. I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah.
This, like, I was like, dude, how is this picture of the 1920s? You know, and you see Jack having that straight Jack Nicholson smile.
Yeah. See, I feel like that was a good like they actually executed that in The Shining, like where they leave you with kind of that cliffhanger. What does this mean?
Yeah.
This was just kind of.
I mean, this
confusing.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
It's because they threw a lot at you, don't you think? Like they kind of threw a lot at the end. Like they didn't tie it up really well. And you're like, oh, okay, this means that, and this.
Well, I mean,
that.
I think because The Shining was like a movie like you can follow. This one felt very like. Towards the end, it was very disorienting. Like you didn't know where you were. Really.
Yeah, where you were. Like where you were literally like in the setting, and where you were like in time, the timeline. Yeah, I guess.
So, I mean, I don't know if he did that, like, on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
You know, because, like, some... like, who does, like...
You know what's funny, though? I didn't mean to cut you off, but there was this other movie that I remember watching in class, for my world cinema class. It's called, I think, Rashomon or something. It's a Japanese movie, right?
Yeah.
And there was, but it was that... It was that famous Japanese dude. Arakawa or something.
Oh, Kurosawa?
Kurosawa, I think his name was. Yeah.
Dude that did Hertz. No, what? The Castle.
Let me just get his. Yeah, Akira Kurosawa. I just remember Akira because I was thinking like Asa Akira in class. Oh shit! This movie. This is what we watched in class, and it was kind of it's like a dude, like people on trial, whatever, and they were telling their own
version of a story.
Of kind of like it was kind of like some dude came and took some dude's chick, and then they battled. It's kind of like, and then I think there was like a rape or something in one of the versions. I don't know, but it was kind of like at the end you don't really get the real truth. You get all these versions of their truths and or whatever.
You kind of make
your own, I guess. So I don't know if that's what this dude was kind of trying to do with Audition. Is you just kind of make your own truth or whatever.
Well, you don't
because he didn't really give you the exact truth of everything what happened.
But in this movie, none of the characters are very not trustworthy. I mean, the chick was not trustworthy.
Yeah. But you're saying in the chick's life or whatever?
Like if she, like in her point of view, you would.
That's why she had trust issues because of the people she's encountered. Right?
Yeah. But also the guy, he was so depressed and
You're talking about the dad?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like he's not a very good narrator as well, right? You wouldn't really get the full picture with him narrating the story as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's so, like, at the end it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
because I think the movie is pretty much in the eyes of the dad, right?
Yeah, for the most. Well, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, because that's pretty much who you're following the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, the whole movie was playing out normally.
Mm-hmm.
And then he met her. And then it started getting weird when he started falling in love with her.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, I guess it's, like, once he's, like, she could do straight no wrong
Mm-hmm.
in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, you're getting hints of, like, dude, she's not trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to be a good straight wife.
Yeah.
At the beginning of it, you're straight dealing with, like, lies and, like, little lies,
Yes.
It's not like lies that kind of she had to say.
Yeah. So you think, and this is another thing too. So for sure she went in there, she did this audition, probably purposely to like bait this. She kind of feels like she knows how these auditions go down. I think that's why she even signed up for it. And she slowly kind of like reels him in with the intentions the whole time, be like, all you dudes with these auditions are the same. That's why I'm gonna murk you, kind of thing.
I don't know.
Because I felt like she went to the audition not to even get the part, of course.
Honestly, I cannot like rationalize what this chick does.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking that, okay, she's like, I'm gonna go to this audition. I know how these dudes work, and then she has a plan of how they are, and then once it kind of seems like they're following that plan, because he told her, you know what, this movie's we're not gonna get sponsored or whatever. It's probably gonna get, he said it was suspended, and the movie might not even get made. I think that's when in her mind she's like, all right, I already know what he's trying to do. Then he just used me or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, she was already waiting for his phone call before he even tells her that,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm saying, I think she went on this audition to get this dude. She's like,
I think you're trying to rationalize this straight crazy chick.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
I think you're trying to put her mind in like an actual, in reality.
Yeah, I feel like, well, that's what I felt like. Well, she kind of has an presumption of what this dude's gonna do, and then she's like, or how these dudes are, these casting directors or whatever, and she's like, I'm just mark them. So, but yeah, she was psychotic.
Yeah, I mean, because no like rational person is gonna like be like, oh, you only love me and you have us, like
Son,
you can understand, like you can love more than like one person.
And it's a different type of love. That's a son. It's not like you're romantically in love with them, But
it's like it's your straight.
It's your son. It's like, and the dog too, I guess, right?
Yeah. But no, and she was like, oh, I gave you all of me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have anybody else.
Right.
And you have all these people.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, you're a straight nut.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's kind of what high tension was. She killed her family, remember?
Yeah.
She's like, now nobody will ever come between us. You can only love me. Kind of same shit. And I'm pretty much sure that's her motive for killing her whole family. Her mom, her dad, her brother, whatever. And then just wanted her and made her kiss her and all this shit.
Yeah. I mean, I liked High Tension. It was just that
ending.
That twist, man.
The twist.
Like, if they would have just...
Well, this one kind of had in a way, it was kind of a twist. Not so much, not really like High Tension, because it's like heroine to the villain. But it was a twist for me in the sense, like I knew she was going to be bad, but it was kind of... The end just felt like a twist because there was a lot going on. And there was a...
I mean...
there was... Yeah, I wouldn't... Well, it just kind of felt like a twist. Maybe it's not a real twist, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay, they're revealing... There's all these big reveals. And then... You kind of knew though. They set her up like she was gonna be loony, especially when they showed the dude in the sack.
Yeah, but I mean, like High Tension would have been like.
That was a total like they busted a twist out.
It would have been like if all of a sudden the dad was actually the killer and Asami was.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It'd been like
that's why I said like.
It'd been like
went from like the heroine to the villain. Yeah. So like an hour in.
Yeah. What was it? But in this one, like they sprinkle that she's straight crazy throughout the whole movie, so it's not really.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't be like, oh, dude, I didn't know she was gonna be that crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, they kind of. I mean, the only like real crazy part you would know was when the dude, but you didn't know the dude was in the sack at first.
No, but you knew somebody was in there because there was a sack and then it moved.
Yeah, but like there was a couple scenes where the sack was just a sack, and it was just it didn't move at all. And I think when the dude called, that's when the sack moved.
That's when I first noticed it, that there was even like a sack and it looked like a body was in there as far as the shape or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it moved, and then you're like, holy shit, this bitch, it's fucking crazy. She had somebody captive over the.
But you didn't know like her. Like the extent of how.
No, not yet.
Like cutting off fingers
and the tongue and all that shit, feeding him like that, and so. Should we get into scores?
Yeah.
We're like an hour in, so we'll just do scores.
And we gotta pick another movie.
Yeah. So.
Have you? Well, first, have you?
No, I haven't thought of one yet. Because I was gonna ask you if you wanted to kind of go back, or just is there if you want to kind of go back to like some of the stuff we did before. If there's like if you had an idea for a movie, we could kind of go down that lane. But we'll talk about that after, I guess.
Yeah.
Who wants? Do you want to go first on the score? Or?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I would. I'm trying to think like.
Or if you want me to go first, I could go.
Well, I'm just trying to think like. Rewatchability.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too. Rewatchability.
See, I would kind of want to rewatch it. But I don't know if I'm rewatching it because I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's more just try to get more of an understanding, I guess.
Yeah. Because I mean, it was just straight not depressing. It was just straight sad. There's nothing really positive in that whole movie.
Yeah, the only I guess up points would be when they're first dating, they're in love and they're happy. Like you could see that dude when he was like dropping off and he was in the car. You know, he had like a driver. Yeah. In the backseat, and you could see how he was like happy, like, oh, I found someone. Those were, I guess, were like the high moments, happy moments.
But even that, he still felt real sad.
Did he? Well,
like how it's shot is very, very depressing.
Yeah, I'll give you. Yeah, it's kind of dark and
it was so depressing to watch that movie, and even when he he asked her out on a date, and he was like, yes. You know, he was like doing like
celebration kind of.
Yeah, but he's still alone drinking. It wasn't.
No, yeah, for sure. Overall, yeah. But I was saying like I would say
those are like the happiest moments.
The high moments, yeah.
But even the high moments in it are still depressing.
They're not so high, but yeah, those are the high moments in the movie. Is that he was happy like when he first started taking her out and started and falling for her, and she was liking him.
I mean, it's just a depressing story.
It was kind of a depressing story, yeah.
Straight single dad, his wife. I mean, his wife.
It starts off top,
yeah.
like right away. It starts off like his wife. Opening scene is
his wife dies, and his son comes in with like a straight.
Like was it like flowers or something? Or was
it? Like
kind of like a gift basket or something.
Yeah, but it was like a platter kind of. It wasn't really a basket.
Yeah. She's like, these are for mom.
Yeah, and then, but his mom just like a
Yeah.
second later just died.
Yeah. So it was for sure.
So like that's why like maybe if there was like, I wouldn't say happy moments, but something in, not in, I'm gonna say something enjoyable, not as in like the movie wasn't in. Okay, I'll get off top, probably 85.
85?
80, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I don't know how to.
No, I know what you're saying.
I like the movie for the movie.
Yeah, but it's not a movie
the whole movie was very depressing.
Yeah, so it's not where you go in there and it's joyful. Like there's no joy.
Yeah, there's nothing positive.
But
that ever came out of it.
You appreciate the movie for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean the characters. I mean, they all had their straight problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and even Asami, she's straight nuts.
Yeah.
But you understand, like you kind of understand how she got that way through her backstory.
Yeah.
If that backstory was
true. That's one of the things with me. I'm like, that backstory was kind of told through him.
And he was like going through straight torture as a time.
So you don't really get the real I guess what really happened. You know what I mean? And I don't know how he was seeing all this stuff. Anyways, but that kind of also reminds me. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but like in The Grudge, I think it was The Grudge. They kind of do that too, where they walk through and it's kind of flashback, and they find the dad who's like real abusive. Have you seen? Do you remember The Grudge? Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but I don't.
Yeah, they kind of do that too. They kind of give that backstory of like the crazy abusive dad, but it's kind of flashback style, like and it's kind of walkthrough where you're watching it, like the characters there.
Yeah.
I think
so pretty much exactly
like this, how he was there, but
not really there.
Not really there.
He was just seeing.
Yeah, same thing. I think I showed you a scene in Insidious, but that's different though. Because they kind of explain how they do that though. If you watch it, they're actually like in another kind of world or whatever. This is kind of.
But I mean, it's shot the same way.
Yeah, it's shot the same way where the characters are there, present, but not really present or whatever. I'll give my score. I'm gonna give it like a 75, which is still pretty solid. Like, I like even though I remember you telling me it was kind of slow, it was still kind of interesting. Like, it was still kept your interest, right? Because you're kind of on this journey with this dude, with the dad, and you're kind of. It keeps you in, like. Because if you're expecting like a horror movie where there's like body counts and all this shit, no, this is like a developing story, like a drama, like we were saying.
Yeah, that's why it's.
I like that part.
I mean, because you have to kind of. I think the only way this movie works is you have to follow the dad for that long to understand that he's actually lonely.
Yeah, but then it just sucks because he's like a sad dude. You feel for him. You're going on this whole ride with him, and like and
he
then
really likes this girl.
Yeah, and at the end he just pretty much just gets tortured. Like, it's not even like a.
He doesn't win.
Yeah, it's just like he gets got pretty much.
He's in a worse position than him.
And he doesn't even like defeat her or nothing. It's like the son kind of comes in and saves the day or whatever, but it's just kind of you want to see him win. You want to see something like. Even up until that point, like, if you didn't know this was a horror movie or whatever, you're watching him and you want to see him you want to see him fall in love with this girl and end up happily ever after with this girl, right? Like, you're rooting for him to find love and be happy.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be this girl, just like somebody.
Yeah, but say it was this girl.
Like, make some progress.
Yeah, so, but it kept me in. I'm kind of like, oh, let me see how this plays out with this girl, and then. Like, obviously shit's gonna go bad, but you're still kind of in it.
Yeah, I think you're wondering like how could this go bad?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Everything seems to be going fine right now.
Yeah.
Then you start getting like little sprinkles of.
Like she's a liar.
Yeah.
But I mean, even that point, you're like. I mean, it might not be wife. But I mean, all right, we can maybe work through this. Like you're thinking like. Okay, she lied about, she doesn't have an agency. We could probably work through this.
Yeah, she was advised to give those type of answers.
Yeah, okay, I guess, but we could work through it, But then, pretty much the character just regressed.
Yeah, exactly. As the movie goes on, she just keeps getting worse and worse to the point where it's full out a massacre at the end.
Yeah.
But the reason why I liked all that. And I'm down with it. Just the everything kind of tying together was just a little kind of confusing to me, like you said. Like I kind of didn't know where they were at chronologically, and then like where they were at. Like it seemed like he was in a dream state. He'd wake up, still be kind of in another dream state, and then wake up again. And then somehow during this time, he's getting these answers of her backstory and stuff like that. It's just kind of a little weird, I guess. It's kind of like a mindfuck, but I feel like it wasn't really explained enough as far as like what was really going on. Maybe if she had said something about remember when she said you could feel the nerves and stuff?
Yeah.
If she had said something about hallucinations or that she's gonna find he's finding the truth while he's in there, or something like that. Because then I'm like, I don't really know what really happened, what didn't, and stuff like that. So that's just kind of like the ending is kind of a little confusing, but kind of just weird. Like I don't know, it kind of just threw a lot out. But at least I'm glad that it wasn't all a dream and they just wake up in bed.
Yeah, like when that happened, dude, I was like, dude, I don't remember that at all.
That would have probably been worse. Yeah. That would have been.
If they would have done that, I would straight.
You would have gave this shit a 50.
What did I get high attention?
40 80 up until one point,
and then went
back
to
down
40 something, right?
Yeah.
It would have been like that.
Yeah, so I gave it like a 75. Like, it seemed a little, like, just all that stuff kind of felt like some weird shit. I'm like, he's going through all that right now as he knocked out, when he falls and eats shit backwards and with the poison.
Yeah, and that dude committed to that.
Yeah, I know, right?
There was no like legs kind of going down so you can get a softer fall.
Yeah, he didn't break his fall at all. Like his body really just like locked and he lost
straight balance.
Yeah, and he just ate shit backwards, but he fell pretty convincing. He did commit to that. Just like that dude in Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, that guy straight up
sacked and shit. The police officer. That was legit. So yeah, I mean, rewatchable maybe.
I think you just have to be in the right mood to rewatch this.
And then these are also kind of slow, so you kind of you're good probably with one viewing or whatever, because there's movies that you go back and watch for like I want to see that kill, or I want to see that thing again, like this part's tight right here. But just weird because like there's movies that are like Sleepaway Camp. I felt like something I'd go back and watch, even though it's not like a great movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like Killer Clowns or something.
Yeah. Those are like instant like rewatchable.
They have a lot of good rewatch, even though they're not like masterpiece of films or anything. Like this.
So like this, and all right, definitely not like in the same category, but The Shining are two things that if I rewatch it, it's like not an all day thing, but it's like I'm gonna rewatch like in depth, right? I'm gonna have to pay attention to these movies.
Like you're putting all bullshit aside.
Yeah.
Like
it's not like you throw it on in the background and you could
Yeah. And it's also one of those that I think with this, that you go in with the intentions of like,
trying to understand.
I want to go watch that again. It's not like there's other movies that have that factor. Like if you're scrolling down on the guide and you see it, like, oh yeah, let me throw this on. This is kind of like you make the decision to seek it out and then go
beginning to end.
Yeah, and watch.
There's no like, oh, let me text somebody real quick. It's not like, no,
like you're purposely rewatching it for a reason. It's not like, oh, something that pops up and you're like, oh yeah, I guess I'll just watch this.
But The Shining, I would probably rewatch obviously more than this one. Just because The Shining, even though that was kind of depressing. I mean, there was like there's depressing moments in it, but it wasn't just as depressing as Audition.
Yeah, it wasn't as sad. Like
this was just.
It's because they set it up to be.
I mean, you feel lonely when you're watching it, pretty much.
Yeah, you feel.
There's not that many characters.
And then you feel for him, and then you know what's gonna happen. You know it's. I'm saying, like, at a certain point, you start feeling like, man, this shit is not gonna end up good. For this guy who you're already have a lot of sympathy for, or whatever.
Yeah, even like when his son brought home that chick.
And he offers up his dinner.
Oh yeah, you can have my dinner. It's like, oh my god, this guy's so sad.
Bro, yeah. And he's like a nice dude.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, I ate your dinner. I'm sorry. I'll cook you something. Oh no, don't worry.
Yeah. You just want to see him win, dude. You just want to see some.
He went just to walk his dog.
Yeah, like he could do no wrong, I guess. He's just.
Like the only, he's trustworthy. Just the only part that he becomes untrustworthy is
with that whole audition?
When he falls like in love, I guess, or like his mental state, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying like in what's that movie? Rome. The movie just told me.
Oh, Rashomon?
Rashomon. Are all the characters like untrustworthy pretty much?
Yeah, kind of. There's not like a lead person that
where you're like, dude, he's probably telling the truth.
No, everybody's equally like, like, is this person lying? Because there's like different versions of the truth. And you think you can trust one person and then it's kind of bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
So like this one, it kind of has the same thing, right? Where this guy would classically be trustworthy, but you don't know like his mental state is actually, hindering his view on the world, because he's so lonely and depressed, and then when he finally finds this girl,
he really wants to
like he's trying so hard to rationalize everything.
Yeah.
And so is he like rationalizing why that chick, is that way, like with the whole abuse, or is she just crazy, right? Because you can't tell if, right? The only person that can pretty much tell you is his friend, but but the main guy straight kicks him out of the whole situation.
Yeah.
When he was like, dude, I don't want to, like, I can't find her or whatever.
That's right. He's like, I don't need, he tells him something.
He's like, dude, she has no contact. She has nothing. I can't find her for you, man.
Yeah. And then he said like, oh, I don't need you.
Yeah, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I'll do it myself kind of thing.
And he kind of, like, he gets like straight angry. Like, I think he hits like the desk or something.
Yeah, that's the other part that you see, is that once she's gone, you see how he goes to these like desperate measures to find her. Like he really wants to find her. He's like he's lost. Like his chick left or whatever, and he's all confused to why. And
that's why I say he's like untrustworthy, because
he just makes bad decisions. Like his love is really blinding him right there.
He's trying way too hard to rationalize everything, and maybe some things you can't rationalize.
Yeah, and you kind of do that when you're like, I guess, in a relationship. I guess a lot of people do that. They try to look past people's flaws, or they try to say this and that. But he just takes it to like a whole another level, I guess. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, so it's not like that classical rewatchable.
Yeah, it's not too rewatchable for me. Like, I think I'm cool with that one watch. But it was a cool movie. Like I said, I like even the whole, like, the beginning, the middle. I liked all that first, second act. Felt like a drama. It's kind of one of those, and in the end it gets like, if you like that shit, but
like
they kind of tie the whole horror, I guess, aspect. It didn't really even feel like a horror movie. It just felt like a crazy ass bitch who, she just, like, he just fell in love with this fucking evil person, psychotic person. She just tortures him.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be like what you consider. That's why I say it wouldn't be like classical horror movie, right, where there's like a Michael Myers, a Jason, or something like that. Yeah. This is like kind of.
It's like a love story between like two people almost.
Yeah, but it goes so wrong that it's kind of. Yeah. Like it's a straight horror story.
Yeah, at the end. Oh yeah.
Because how wrong could this relationship go?
And it goes. Yeah, shit. It gets fucking crazy.
Like if I would have told you, like, this happened to me, you'd be like, bro, like that's a straight horror story,
Yeah.
But like when it's like in
a foot and shit.
But when it's like in a movie, and you're like, oh, I want to watch a horror movie. It's not really.
Yeah, I wouldn't really throw this on. Yeah, it's not like you throw this on like in October, like, oh yeah, let's watch this. Those ones that get you in that mood. Like,
this is like if like October had like a Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah. like if Valentine's Day falls on like a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, if you're
throw
into
it on.
Yeah. Have you ever seen My Bloody Valentine and all this shit?
Nah.
Me neither. But like the one from the 80s, the original one or whatever. But yeah, dude. So I guess we'll start talking about the next picks. Is there anything like? Because I guess I would go next. Is it just free for all? Is there like anything? Because you know how this one we kind of like just took it down.
Yeah, went like foreign.
We went foreign on this one. I don't know if like you want to kind of stick to it, hop into another theme, or just kind of whatever we just feel like. Do you kind of have something that you want to think of? Because right now I'm completely open. I haven't even considered anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if not,
like what what I was thinking was, I mean, what would follow up this movie would probably be like Misery.
Mm-hmm.
But just too many crazy bitches filming.
I know.
Like
after seeing this movie and even High Tension, I kind of want to kind of hop back into the fun horror shit. Yeah, exactly. Like Misery, that chick.
Yeah, and then especially after this so depressing movie,
kind of want to hop into
something like little not lighthearted, but definitely more lighthearted than this.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, what would complement this? See, talking about like depressing movies, I would think Let the Right One In is kind of it's shot very depressingly.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like an actual payoffs. I think payoffs.
Uh-huh.
There's an actual payoff like at the end.
Uh-huh.
So that was just something I was thinking right now.
I'm gonna just see if, cause some of these like, especially these foreign movies, are on YouTube. I'm gonna see if they have
Let the right one in?
Yeah. Which I don't think so.
I think I rented that one.
Did you?
I think so. Straight Hollywood Video. R.I.P.
I know, right? Well, we know of one left. Right? I was telling you, like, well, the homie James is like, there's one in Ontario somewhere.
But is it like a legit?
It's not a chain or anything. It's like a super duper, I guess.
Oh.
It's like its own.
But does it look like a super duper?
I think so. I think it's just.
Or have you seen like those Korean video stores?
Oh, nah, I don't see. It's not like that. I think it's like a legit movie store.
Like, cause those ones, I don't know. Those ones feel real weird.
Like foreign as fuck.
Yeah.
Nah.
And they're like in like a.
I don't think I've been.
It's like a little store.
Uh-huh.
And like just the whole setup is very, very odd.
Nah, you gotta take me to one of those, dude.
There used to be one right here, like remember where Taco Bell used to be? In that little complex?
The one on Baseline?
Yeah, straight doxing or what? You know, yeah. So
like where KY Kim's and shit is at?
Yeah.
There used to be in there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it used to be like a I think it was Korean or Chinese or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always associated those ones with like Korean movies.
Probably go in that
like,
shitload of Korean movies.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't really hear anything big coming out of like China or anything.
Yeah.
Like you hear a lot of big things coming out of like Korea.
Train to Busan and shit?
Yeah.
But yeah. Alright. Well, wrap it up or what?
Yeah, we'll probably hit it up on the Instagram.
On
like
Instagram,
what we're gonna.
Hey, should we start doing that too? Should we start like posting them before we watch them? Like we're gonna be watching this.
Yeah.
I'll probably start doing that too. I just I'll post the movie after we dropped it.
Yeah.
That's what I do right now, but I'll probably start doing that. You know.
Yeah, and then we could give. I mean, if people want to give like feedback.
Yeah. We could probably take some scores down, or something like that.
Yeah. Read them on air or what?
Yeah, read them on air. Just see what people think and stuff. Or, yeah.
Yeah, because people said like high tension. Everybody pretty much hates that.
Yeah, there was we got a comment on the page. This dude. I'll find it right now. He
little shout out.
We'll shout him out right now. I think it was actually another podcast, right? Yeah, it was Launchpad Pod. It's a good movie, crappy twist, like completely ruins what was to that point a great movie. So it's kind of like on board with what you were saying, you know. And it was just another one that just Talking Terror podcast just said, you know, good choices, I guess, on the movies we've been doing, and they, you know, introduced us to their podcast and stuff. So shout out to them. But yeah, like you said, good movie up until that point.
Up until that point, that's what had to kick that score way down.
Damn, that's a big drop too.
Well, it's because I mean,
no, I know. We already got into it. I don't
like,
even want to waste my time on
you
it.
go for a trick, and it looks so dope, but you fall at the end.
Yeah.
You get straight 0 points.
It's like right when you're landing it, and then like the fucking skateboard falls from underneath your feet or something.
Like, all right, cool. You didn't land it.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked tight up until then. But yeah, dude, we'll wrap it up about an hour and a half, yeah. And we'll let you guys know what we choose on the Instagram. We'll start doing that.
Yeah.
Which is at HellFire Club Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be as depressing as Audition.
No, we might have to switch back into
something little fun.
Yeah, because we chose some serious movies this week.
Yeah, and also we went straight fun to straight kind of serious.
Yeah.
We went from Killer Clowns and Return of the Living Dead to, which were straight fun.
Yeah, to like then these serious films like High Tension, and then this is like really serious. Which I kind of like those too. I like the serious films. I've always liked those, but lately, like these fun horror movies have been pretty dope to cover, I guess.
Yeah, just the
These
problem with
80s
serious movies is if they're depressing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it could be serious but not depressing, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of depressing movies you just don't watch.
Yeah.
Titanic, I've seen it once. Don't need to watch it again. Even though like there's some like moments.
There's some good moments in that though.
But I mean, yeah. And it actually wasn't that depressing just to end.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just a long movie also.
Right.
And it was like, dude.
It's really long. I don't know why my girl loves that shit. Well, I guess girls love that shit because of the whole love story and all that.
Yeah, bro. If you want a love story, watch Audition.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Right,
right. Audition, high tension, some true love right there. But yeah, so we'll let you guys know on the Instagram. So that wraps this episode up. Episode 21. Stay tuned. We'll do these like twice a week. Just follow the Instagram page, and you'll get all the updates when all the episodes have been released and what we're gonna start putting. What we're gonna
watch.
Yeah. So that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.